Okay. Let's get going. Wait, that wasn't the brightest thing I've ever done.
You! You were the Grey Warden who broke the curse! I demand to know what happened to the werewolves. Where did they go?
They're no longer werewolves. The curse was broken.
That makes no difference. Those monsters killed my husband. They killed so many of my people. They have Dalish blood on their hands. If they are human once more, that shall make it all the easier to take vengeance for their crimes. Tell me where they are!
Zathrian wanted vengeance too. Look what it did.
It destroyed him. Yes, perhaps you speak wisely. If they are gone and never return here, then perhaps it is better to let it simply end there. We will go back to the camp then. Thank you for your words. Please accept this small token of my gratitude. It belonged to my husband, and I cannot carry it any longer.
I'm tired. It's not one thing, it's another. It's not one thing, it's another. Armor penetration, stamina regeneration. It's probably better, but I'm just tired. Besides, no. I'm just tired. Let me see something. Interesting. You know what? +1 cutting's nice, but all that backstab damage and everything else. I'll find something to do with you, Silverleaf. We're fine. I should be happier than what I am. I'm happy that I dealt with that issue. Oh, what a horrible nightmare. Absolutely
You're
awful
awake.
nightmare.
Did you feel it too? It was like the archdemon saw us. Saw us. What does that mean? I think... Wait. Did you hear that?
Great. Great, 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 great. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on! Come on! Crap. Great. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Betty's okay. Okay. Alright, Shell. Shell's in bad shape. Okay. Okay. Ah, you bastard! Stop it. Okay.
I guess it's like Duncan once said. We can sense them, and they can sense us. We'd best be more careful from now on. This camp isn't safe any longer.
What will they send next? Darkspawn tax collectors?
I did.
Fortification should be built around the camp.
How unnerving.
This is too much.
What, no trap? No ambush? Huh. Some assassins.
This is
Done. Let us move on.
This is just too much. It was getting starting to hurt Morgan. It is just too much. It's just too much. That's it. I'll talk to you last, Leliana.
What comes, my friend?
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Never mind.
It speaks.
Some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Let's move on.
On then.
Oh, Morgan.
What comes, my friend?
Something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. Zap.
What say you?
Personal.
Again? I'm game.
Never mind.
What say you?
Can you answer some questions?
By all means.
Just move on. Stand.
What is your wish, Kadan?
Question.
I am hardly surprised.
Never mind.
Very well. Speak, then.
No, for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Something on your mind?
I had another dream about the archdemon.
Yes, me too.
I hate
I
dreaming.
got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it. Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think?
So much has happened. The Brazilian forest came to a final conclusion and end. And I'm glad we did a good thing. It was good like when we saved the village and everybody lived and nobody died. The lady of the forest died though, that was sad. Zathrin got what he deserved. Then a bunch of people almost attacked me who were former elves who wanted revenge, just like Zathrin. I talked them down. Then I had another one of these damn dreams, these stupid damn dreams. I don't know how humans and elves can live with dreaming. I hate dreaming. Dreaming is horrible. I hate dreaming. I liked it in the old days when we just put our heads down, rested, or all go nice, comfortable black. And then we had the camp get ambushed. Shale and Morrigan got hurt pretty bad. Pretty bad. I think we need to be extra careful.
I thought we were already being extra careful. Does that mean we
Oh,
have to be
brother.
extra
Literally.
careful now? Great. There I was enjoying my nap. I guess one thing is certain at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
Yep. Thank you, brother. Hey, Mama. How's it going?
What's on your mind?
Nothing. Shouldn't
It is
disturb
no
you.
trouble.
Leliana, we need to talk. I need you, my dear.
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
It helps you, and I want to support you. I don't really believe it, but it doesn't really matter what I believe.
It's a beautiful sentiment, I think. One that brings peace and hope to the grieving.
You know, the fact that we were covered in blood from the enemies we've slain made that song better. I needed that song. It was comforting. It was soothing. It was kind of what I was wishing for your stories, which I like. But sometimes they can be really sad, like the ones about Alindra. But this was the best time to have that song after that fight, on top of everything else that we've had to go through with the Brazilian forest. It was the best time to do it, because it just sort of soothed and relaxed. Because for a moment there, it was like it was never going to end. It was like one thing on top of another on top of another, even after we'd stopped him, getting confronted by those elves, having that horrible dream, and then having to fight those guys off, and they almost killed Morrigan and Shale. And then having you sing, Coward, you made blood look good, Leliana. You made it look fantastic. It was the best. It was the best point. It sort of soothed everything down, calmed everything down. It was gentle and comforting after everything that we've been with and we've had so far. We are going to have to take a bath and get cleaned up.
Do you remember our discussion?
Yes, of course.
I just wanted to tell you that I thought about what you told me, and you were right. Despite what Marjolaine says, I am not like her. I know that now. I found peace in knowing the Maker, and nothing will change that. I followed you to make the world a better place, and as long as I keep that in mind, I will not fall. Sometimes, it takes another to show us the truths we hide from ourselves.
That's incredibly true. So do I get a reward?
Maybe. You'll just have to wait and see, won't you?
Yes. But I'm glad you stayed true to who you are, and you're already doing a lot of good. You've helped keep me on the straight and narrow. Maybe with you, I can be sure that I'll never make the horrible mistakes and do the horrible things that Zathrian did. Maybe with you, to help keep me centered, give me perspective, to help remember compassion and mercy and sensitivity towards others and empathy. Maybe I can keep from letting my darker side take over and being like him and betraying the people who trust me. It's so easy for a leader to get that wrong.
It has been some time since I left Lothering. When I stepped out of the cloister, I had no idea where my path would lead. I walked where the Maker led me, and he has rewarded me for my faith. I found you.
I'm glad your path led you.
You don't know how it makes me feel to hear you say that. But now it's getting late. I think I might turn in early. I can't help thinking about how soft and warm my bedroll is.
Okay, we're gonna have to wash the blood off. But I could really use this, yes. We're gonna have to wash the blood off, but I could really use this.
You're welcome to join me, of course. The Maker says we must share our blessings.
You know, maybe the Maker isn't as bad as I thought. Maybe he's starting to learn to make up for, dropping all those dogs spawn in our backyard. If that's the truth, then yes. Well, I'm not going to say no to sharing of blessings.
Good. Now come with me before I lose my patience. Hello.
Hello. That was fantastic. That was wonderful. I feel alive and energetic. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Did you sleep well?
I've been up for some time, but yes, I slept very well. I've just been watching you sleep. Did you know your eyelids flutter when you dream? And you have such pretty eyelashes.
It's not just my eyelashes that are pretty.
So I hear. I'm so happy, blissful. I haven't slept so well since I was forced to flee from Orlais. Knowing you will be the first thing I see when I wake gives me no small amount of comfort. I feel safe in your arms. Safe, loved and accepted. This is where I belong. Thank you.
No, thank you. I feel exactly the same way. And this does feel right and natural.
I suppose I should get up. We have a long day ahead of us.
What's the hurry?
Come on. Darkspawn await with bated breath for you to put them out of their misery.
And ignore the beautiful woman in my bed? I think not.
What are you... Oh,
Mhm.
I see. I suppose the Darkspawn will just have to wait a bit longer.
Yes, they will. Okay. I feel better.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
And you're even sweeter. I have an idea. Thank you for last night. Before we go to work,
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
and aren't you desirable and delectable as always? Give you good petting. Good boy.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
See if there's anybody out there. No. Okay. Good.
Your wish? On it.
That really helped a lot. Spending time with her in her arms, that was very good. The song she sang was wonderful. So now let's talk. So I was feeling really down. I mean, we did... It was sad to see Lady of the Forest die, but we did save all the werewolves. And it was after a long and arduous fight. I do feel bad about all the werewolves we killed, though. I wish I had realized what was happening sooner, because then they wouldn't have not had to die. But it was a success in the way that the city of Redcliffe was a success. I can't help but wonder if I stopped those other elves that sought revenge. We fought off that attack. I've learned to weather those bad dreams more. I guess the thing that worries me is my inability to see what Zathrian had done. Does that mean, because of that inability to see what Zathrian had done, is that indicative? I could have saved a lot of lives. And leaders are supposed to show wisdom and see those things and realize what is happening, and I didn't. Is that indicative that I will become a failed and flawed leader in the same way that Zathrian was? That just as Zathrian ended up going from a good man and a good leader to becoming corrupted by revenge or retribution, a similar thing will happen? Was I stupid not to see it? Was I naive and gullible and guileless? Which you can't afford to be if you're a leader. Am I going to fail? Because if I had caught on to what was happening sooner, maybe I could have communicated with the werewolves more effectively. I don't know. Uh-oh.
Very well.
We know what that is. Oh, those charms of flame. So here's what we're going to do. I'll come back to this room. I'm going to clear the other one out. And you know, this is when we're going to go to the dwarven areas too. I don't feel so bad about going to Orzammar. I know it's something I've got to do. I don't look forward to it, but I accept it in a way I never did before. We'll go see him next, her next. Do I want to do Orzammar first, or do I want to do Soldier's Peak? Levi has waited quite a long time for me to go and do my stuff. I think we know what's in this room. Sure. Ranged. 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 Wait. Some of these don't work. go.
As you say.
A small glass phylactery sits conspicuously separate from all else. The area is unnaturally cold. Dark shapes swirl around a slip of paper within the vial. And you, my friend. Oh.
I love this game.
Okay. And you. Do it. Alright. Yep. Okay.
Make a preserver.
Better. Okay. Okay.
Now we play it.
Okay, good job, Leliana. Good, very good job, Leliana.
Shall be done.
And we've got some good resistances, really good resistances and protections, which is very nice. Good protection, got a number of protections against for ice resistance, nature, spirit, fire, got some electricity, that's all good. The Black Vials. Let the dead no longer serve your whim. We've read about Kael Visigot. We've read about Quamitha Quagat. Binding the fifth corpse walker. We condemn both spirit and host for inviting the walker. With solemn hearts we bind you by your true name. Shamas Goodson. Revenant and perversion of a rare friendship. Regret holds more pain than burying the dead. Andraste forgive you, brother, and bind your weakness for eternity. 5 thumbprints and blood mark the end of the text. Everything here. Okay. Wait a second. Don't get overconfident. That's bad leadership on my part. Don't want to get overconfident, and you did.
As you like. Now this I can do.
Yeah. Not much around here. Scroll of Banastor. And in that place, there wasn't a place of power. Missed the place of power was in a different place. Okay, good. Dinner room. Deep roads. So that's where we gotta go. To align with the power of the Fade is but the first of many steps. Further is to align the mind to the Fade's rules and find the ties between the realm of dream and the realm of flesh. This is the true power of blood magic. The flesh and the mind are inseparable, and therein lies the power to influence and control minds. Below the text are indecipherable runes and stains of blood make. I've read these before, but I want to read them again. Others may speak of the sanctity of the mind. To those who know the true power of the blood, this is foolishness. The mind is no more sacred than the knee, the small toe, or the ear. It is a man's organ of reasoning, nothing more, and true reasoning requires connection to the rhythm of the blood, the tireless pounding of life. Interrupt this, and even the mind is yours to control. Below the text is a diagram of a blood magic ritual in progress, with no notation or description. In the Fade dwell creatures both foul and fair, but all plague mankind with lusts and prides incalculable in our waking hours. Our power attracts them, and for good reason. Our unique bridge between flesh and dreams is one way they can enter the realm of flesh. Begin the path to true power. Count these poor, terrible creatures and best them. Force them into servitude or pledge your heart to them. Either way, you gain immense power and the means with which to tear holes in the world. I remember reading this below the test, scribbled in the margin, arcane symbols drawn with blood, and how stupid and idiotic and short-sighted this is, and how it will coerce and corrupt you. The creatures, these demons, require little in the way of bribery. Their natural state is one of longing for the world of flesh and blood. This is what you offer them, respite from their eternal search for true life. Engage them in a battle of wills, and you will be successful. Should you fail, the power will be yours, but your body will belong to the demon. Relish this infernal power at last, only if you're a fool. For once you are an abomination. Yes, exactly. Your demon half will soon swallow your mind. Correct. Below is a litany of lines written in an arcane foreign language, indecipherable to all but the most obsessed of linguists. Finally, once you have come to ascend, have tasted the sweet nectar of the demonic blessing. Rise anew, ascended as a god. No, you're not. I've killed a lot of you. You're not gods. Through the connection between earth and sky, flesh and dream, blood and memory, you have risen above the petty concerns of the chantry and her minions. Past the notice of secular nobles and the petty squabbles. No, you haven't. You're just a demon to be killed, an abomination to be destroyed. Through the rituals inscribed in these scrolls, you have mastered the minds of others. No, you haven't. Braved the temptations of the Fade. Not really. And quashed the terrible will of demons. No, you didn't. Let no murder or theft weigh upon your mind, as your will is absolute. And the world is yours to claim. Let no murder or theft weigh upon your mind, as your will is absolute, and the world is yours to claim. Egomaniacal idiocy. Below the text are more arcane glyphs, terrible and dark in their implications. Yeah. Tell me about it. And okay. I'm just curious. Let's see if anything pops up as we walk through here. Oh, there's a chest. Weird. Come Let's go.
I'm here.
Here I am.
Trap right. Right ahead. Right away.
Interesting. Oh, that's nice. Interesting that there's a darkspawn. Darkspawn have been here, and they have not survived the werewolves, the onslaught of the werewolves. Okay. I'm dead. Dead too. But at the end of the day, with Leliana to help watch me and make sure I stay honest, I can be sure that I won't do anything too stupid or foolish. Well, they could have probably taken another route, but I just needed to clear the area. But no, she helps keep me centered. And now that our relationship has progressed, I'm even more secure. Thanks to her. Not that. This. There we go. Now we gotta get out of here. Oh,
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive? Next to nothing, I'm afraid. Perhaps there is little to know about this place, or I simply have not discovered its secrets yet.
okay. Let's just move on. You know what?
You have coin, stranger? The doors of Mar closed off. Old Tegra can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Let's see what this discount of yours. We always run into each other. We never do much business since that one thing I bought from you. Now let's sell you some stuff. Okay. Oh, that thing too. That's good enough for now. I'm going to double check Verathorn, see if he's got anything, and then...
We are working hard to make enough equipment for all of the hunters. Our armaments will be superior to anything else you find on the battlefield.
I'd like to barter with you.
I am no merchant, but I have plenty that you may need.
Yeah, we're fine. Good old Verathorn.
How long were you in that cloister, my dear woman?
Just over 2 years. Why do you ask?
And all the brothers and sisters there, they had taken vows?
Most of them, yes.
For 2 years, you had no contact with anyone but men and women who are promised to some uncaring god?
What are you getting at?
Didn't you desire companionship during those 2 years? 2 years! The very thought makes me weak.
My time in the cloister was a time of contemplation. I occupied myself with thoughts of the Mako and other worthy pursuits, but like I said, most of the brothers and sisters had taken vows. Not all of them. Some were just affirmed, like me.
Aha! That is not so bad then.
Nothing happens, Ivran. It would not be right to engage in that behavior in a house devoted to the Maker.
Why? The Maker made us who we are. He made our urges. He gave us these parts. You think he made them for looks?
Little brother.
As you say.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
And aren't you wonderful and friendly as always? I have an idea. You know what? I think we need to clean up together one more time. That was a wonderful experience after all that stress. We'll have to do that more often. It's come a long way from basically having people pay to take baths and having Brat get a cut. And that being a total, complete luxury that we could lose at any moment. To being able to have fun taking baths with you, Leliana.
Indeed. Blood and damnation.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It is begun.
Just one thing.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
Let me see where it's put in.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
You fare well.
Okay, once we get that, I know what we'll be able to do. I'm gonna wait till I get that before I do the deserted building where the blood mages are hiding. Yeah. Sure. Okay, here we go. But first,
As there is but one world, one life.
The Mages Collective thanks you. Make us smile upon you.
thank you. Well, that's a nice amount of money.
That's my sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
That's why I brought you. Yes, let's do that.
Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go.
So here's the thing. big brother, I am your sister. But that's okay. You've got another sister. I have a sister named Rika, as well as a brother like named you. And Morgan's kind of like my dark sister as well. And now we get to meet another sister of your family. Okay. Let's go and see.
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alstair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Goldana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
He's telling the truth. Listen to him.
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off.
That's hardly Alstair's fault, is it?
And who in the maker's name are you? Some dwarf carrying all his riches, I expect?
Hey, don't speak to her that way. She's my friend and a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Perhaps you could help them out with the family?
I suppose maybe I could give her some money for my nieces and nephews. 15 sovereigns, maybe? Would you let me give her that?
Yes, go ahead if you like.
Then here, Goldana, take this money. I know it's not much, but...
You, a prince, marching in here with your fancy armor and such, and this is all you got to offer? You must think I'm very stupid.
No, wait, I don't think that at all. I want to help, if I can.
You want to help? You go to whatever high and mighty folks you run with, and you tell them you've got nephews and nieces that aren't living as they've a right to. You do that.
It's true, you are going to be the king after all.
Yes, great. Thanks for reminding me. Then let me promise you this, Goldana. I'll do whatever I can, speak to whomever I have to ensure you and your children are taken care of.
That sounds all well and fine, but you'll have to forgive me if I don't exactly hold my breath.
You have my promise. I can't give you more than that. Let's go. I want to go. Goodbye, sister. Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. I lived up to my promise, I suppose, but this is the family I've been wondering about all my life? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
Trust me when I say that's not always what family does. But I will accept you, because you're part of my family. Kalen was naive, and it got him killed, and defeated and earned him an ignominious defeat at Ostagar, after Loghain's betrayal. If you're going to be king, you've got to be tougher than this. You can't be naive. You can't afford to be naive. If you're going to be a leader, you've got to look at the world with clear eyes. You've got to appreciate the dark side of people. There are others who care about you. But you also need to learn that if you're a king, it's a lonely job. Being a leader at a point is a lonely job. And you have to be ready for betrayal. You can't always trust everyone. There are times when you must keep your own counsel.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I should. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
You're my real brother, Alstair, and I love you for being my brother. But if you're going to be king, there are parts of you that I love that are going to have to be sacrificed or compromised. But you'll still be the same person I've always wanted to love. Big brother. But you need to learn how to protect yourself so you don't end up like Kaelin, betrayed by someone like Logang, or worse. You need to be more than just the nice, sweet man and loyal, brave defender you are if you're going to be king.
You know, I've been thinking.
Such a rare event is worth informing me of, sure.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Funny, I'm sure. Just listen for a minute. Back when we left Goldana's, you told me I needed to look out for myself more than I do. I'm beginning to think you were right. I need to stop letting everyone else make my decisions for me. I need to take a stand and think about myself for a change, or I'm never going to be happy.
It's not just that. You're going to be a king. You're going to be a leader like me. You can't let everyone rule you. You have to be decisive. You have to put your foot down. If you're going to be king, you need to be a leader. You need to make tough decisions, hard decisions, unpleasant decisions. It's about time, I say.
Then from this point on, I'll be looking out for myself more. I should have done this a long time ago. I just wanted to thank you. You've been a great friend through all of this. The one bright spot in everything that's happened.
You're my big brother. You're a good friend, too.
Let's go. We've got a lot left to do.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
We need to take a walk. Let's celebrate. And aren't you magnificent and gorgeous? that was great. Thank you very much, Leliana. And there you are, playing hide and seek from me, my little lady love.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
Thank you.